Welcome. We are live now. With nobody here, which is fine. Let's start anyways. Ecamm. 0 viewers. Why do I have Skype in there? Oh, do I still have Skype open? Three viewers, welcome. Just getting set up now. Still watching a kid, still doing stuff, so. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about, I'm going to restart my iPad. So hopefully I can stream from it later if we want to. Oh, power off. There we go. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Kensington dock that I have today. We're going to talk about, there it is. I should also do this. Kensington Dock. And then we're going to talk about research systems being low maintenance. And then we're going to maybe look at Obsidian and some of the stuff I'm doing in Obsidian lately. But since my wife comes home from work, or from her thing, right now, basically. I'm also just letting her make all her noise first. Because I am. I'm getting the iPad set up. I find I have to restart it to get my AnPro 2 to connect properly. AnPro 2 is on. Wait for Wi-Fi to come up. How's my reading, Martin? Yeah, how's my reading course project going? Only okay, Martin, I would say. So I'm reading a book called Reading in the Brain. It's on my shelf behind me. That's actually. Oh. Reading in the Brain. It's like the science of reading. Not quite what I expected, Martin, as far as a book for this type of stuff. It's like MRIs, the science of how we process words, more than it is what I had hoped it was. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that it will not be as useful as I had thought it would be. So. Yeah, that's really it. iPad's up. Wife's gone through.
Hey, Arwen, we're gonna go to Costco.
Well, they're going out to Costco, so we'll leave actual recording of the YouTube portion of this for a little bit. But the iPad is up. Yeah, so that is not going as, not as well as I had hoped, just differently. So I got to read a couple more books. We may even look at it today, and then we also have to think about if that's what I'm going to do, or if I'm going to choose to do something else, like getting started with Obsidian or something like that. So that's kind of where I'm at with the reading course right now. It's sort of going. There we go. And now my trackpad's collected. That's where we're at right now with that. Today. So what else do I need to get set up? I actually need to get set up in Craft. Let's go over here and bring this up. YouTube. Ryan Holiday has a course on reading, you say, Martin. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Maybe we'll check that out in a minute. Trying to load up the video for the second lower time or easy management research stuff. It's like the 6:55 mark in a video. Yeah, I knew who you meant when you said Ryan Holiday. I didn't even realize you spelled it wrong, Martin, until you corrected yourself. Let's look that up right now, since we gotta wait anyways. For my wife, Ryan, do a reading course. Books and courses? Read all of those so far. Did not do the Daily Stoic. Did not do the Stoic Journal. Did not do the Lives of Stoics. Have not read this. I'm trying to think if I read Growth Hacker. I don't know. I read Perennial Seller. I enjoyed that. Conspiracy Thief. Didn't read it. A Lifetime Challenge. Is this the course you're talking about? The Read to Lead? Okay, so this is bad design. Like, which one am I signing? Daily Stoic Alive. Sign up here, Daily Stoic Read. You should have like a little thing here, Mr. Holiday, since I'm sure you're watching this. Sign up here. How much is it? 99 bucks. That's not too bad. So let's bring up craft and open up courses. Reading well. Put that down as something possible to look into. And you see me look into it now, you know how deeply I went. It says a Daily Stoic Reading Challenge, so it is a challenge maybe. So we'll take a look at that. I actually wonder if there is anything on Skillshare that's worthwhile. Well, that might be worthwhile. Save that. Create a new list. Reading. Okay. Ugh. How to be a Pinterest ready? I don't want that. Not sure about triple your reading speeds. That's a reading speed. I don't know. I really care about that, to be honest. Maybe we'll look at this one. We'll just have to see. Speed reading, I don't think is... It only gets you so far. I'll be able to read faster, but are you really going to understand what you're reading is probably the big thing. Cool.
We'll go into the store.
No, you're not, are you?
We are.
I'm trying to record.
Me and Mom.
Oh, okay. You just letting everyone hear you going to the store now?
I just was going to let you know.
Oh, thanks for letting me know.
So you don't think we ran away.
I don't think you ran away. I'm actually just really waiting for you and Mom to go so that I can do my recording quietly. So what else are we going to look at today? I guess I need to bring it up here. YouTube. Man, always weird stuff in here. Looking at setting up a weekly three. This is the video.
Okay.
No, don't autoplay.
Bye, Dad.
See you, kiddo. So I'll be referring to this video later. We'll be watching it when I record my second video in a bit. By Peter Aki's. This one. Man, he's got like a great face there. Sorry, Peter. Doing you dirty there. First thing we're going to talk about is this, though, the Kensington SD 5700T Thunderbolt 4 docking station. And this, which I don't have yet. It's misshipped, but talk about those first, and then we'll talk about low maintenance research systems and highlight Peter's video pertaining to that. Once these guys are out. Have fun.
Bye.
And we'll have like 40 minutes before my other two children come home and also make a bunch of noise for us. Let's let them get out of the garage. If you have any questions, people, let me know. You know what I should do? How do I get the link to this? Is there a way to get the link? Comments. Hey, Gail. Thanks. I was just looking at that email you sent me a while ago. Share. How do I share this right from eCam? I don't want to share screen. That's not what I want. Well, there you go. There we go. I got it. So let me do it in Discord, on Twitter and stuff. The search for silence is enduring with kids around. Yeah, well, I always tell people who are having a kid that they won't realize this until after their kid's moving around, but one of the biggest things you'll like be super happy when it happens is that you can go to the bathroom without being interrupted. It's like revolutionary. When you're like, oh, nobody bugged me and I got to go to the bathroom. Self-promotion. Cool. Twitter. In theory, there's only a couple weeks left, and then there's no skating, so a little less interruption, just as I'm trying to stream. And I'm also a member of Ben Brooks' Discord chat, stuff like that. So, talking about the Moonlander keyboard, which is this one here, eCam. This keyboard here. The keyboard I type on. You're just saying that, like, it has no curly brace key, so I actually use this key over here. I peeled it off. Now you can't really tell, but I actually peeled off from wherever this curly brace key was and put them here and here. Instead, oh, we're on the wrong camera, cam link. There we go. Maria. Currently writing a novel and I'd like to do my research in Obsidian. Do you have any tips for that? Absolutely, Maria. Hang on a bit and we can take a look at crafts in Obsidian. I'm going to record a couple of videos first that I'll be putting up on YouTube. I was going to say iTunes, YouTube in a bit. And then I'm around for questions and we can like walk through stuff. together to help you. Who? Martin, you mean the Moonlander you got, Martin? And let me open up drafts. So I have my bit of my script here. Just actually putting it up. So reading well. My fault, sorry. They're expensive too, aren't they? I really like it. Like my other keyboard that I'm typing on is an An Pro 2. And that one's pretty good, but I like the ergonomics. I had a number of ergonomic keyboards. What did I have before this? Kinesis Freestyle Solo. I had 3 of those. I had a Gen 1, which I liked, and then I just got a Gen 2, which eventually died. And I got a second Gen 2, which also died. And then I got into the Echo 30C68, the Keychron K2, which is on the kid's computer now, the An Pro 2, and then my wrist started getting sore again. So I went back to the to split ergonomic, and I was gonna get the Easy, but then the Moonlander came out, and I was like, oh, Moonlander it is. That's it. And I just saved for it. So, and in the meantime, I just saved for it. I took more breaks from typing than I needed to. I don't need to now. And I also changed to Dvorak a while ago. So cool. Let's get recording on this. QWERTY Workman at the same time didn't help. I don't know what Workman is. We'll have to look that up later. Martin. So let's get started on the Kensington SD 5700T Thunderbolt 4 dock. Let's get my Stream Deck set up right. Okay, cool. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about I gotta look this up because these numbers are weird. The Kensington SD 5700T Thunderbolt 4 docking station, dual 4K 90-watt PD, Windows, Mac, yada yada yada. Because I got an M1 MacBook Air and I just felt like it wasn't being powered properly, wasn't being used properly with the Stay Go hub, which I really have liked, but a year and a half, 2 years on is seeming to flag in some ways, like it wouldn't pass power through to the Mac properly, and now that it's actually on my iPad still, it's not passing Ethernet at the same time as USB for the keyboard for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, let's talk about the Kensington SD 5700T Thunderbolt 4 dock. Okay, so this dock, let's bring it right up on the screen here for you. It's right here. And I like it. You can see from here, it's got, this would be hard. 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports on the back. It's got power delivery. It's got Ethernet. It's got 3 Gen 3 USB-A or Gen 2 ports at 10 gigabytes on the front. It's got a power. She whines a little bit if you don't turn it off. It's got computer in. It's got headphones. It's got more power delivery, although it syncs my computer just fine. My computer's old. And it's got a UHS 2 4.0 card reader. So I like all those things. It's fast, it powers the computer well. I'm almost to the one cable lifestyle. I'm gonna say almost because what it doesn't do is take my Camlink 4K, which I'm looking at right now. It doesn't take that input. It pauses on USB-C on the Thunderbolt 4 ports. If I go to Thunderbolt 4, and I actually did buy a micro or mini HDMI to basically the best cable I could get, and it just didn't happen. It didn't work, paused after 20 seconds. I tried it in like tons of configurations that just didn't work. And the extra lame thing is my Stego hub did this just fine. My Stego hub, which is cheaper and not Thunderbolt 3 or anything, it's just USB-C 3. So that sucks, but it does deliver on the Ethernet. It does deliver on, right? It connects from the back up into my hub, which I have, not taped, but like Velcro to the back of my monitor. With it takes a hard drive, takes my USB peripherals, takes my Stream Deck, takes like the unifying dongle for my Logitech mouse. That's good. It also does allow me to, so I've taken from my iPad and taken a Thunderbolt 3 cable, and that actually lets me go like this. Have my iPad Pro on here with my script. And this is just set up on my Visa arm beside me, but it lets me, stream, wrong camera, stream the iPad into my device, no problem. And it powers the iPad at the same time, and it's just good. So I like that. And the other thing I like that it has, which is still coming, unfortunately, because it got misshipped once, is this. this right here screws into it, and it's just basically a little VESA mount that I'll mount it on the side of my desk. Right now it's just hanging out on top of my desk. I got misshipped once. I didn't get it. So I should get it, in theory, soon. And then I will actually have it mounted on the side of my desk instead of just hanging out there. So what do I think about this dock? Would I buy it again? I'm questionable whether I'd buy it again, but really only because it doesn't do the Camlink 4K. If it did the Camlink 4K, then I'd be totally in on it. When I've looked at other USB 4 options, there really aren't any. There's one from CalDigit, which is unavailable, and there's one from OWC, which is currently unavailable. So I can't get either of those, and neither of them have Ethernet. They all would require other dongles going Thunderbolt 4, USB-C, to my Ethernet jack, like other dongles to go in. So it just wouldn't work. Although in theory they're daisy chainable, so I could like take that one and then put it into something else, and maybe the 4K would work. I don't know. At this point, I'm just gonna live with it, and I'm still living the 2 cable lifestyle. I have the Thunderbolt 4 cable, which has to be under 3 feet. 3 feet and under to be a Thunderbolt 4 cable. I have that going into my M1 MacBook Air, and I have the Camlink going into it as well, because I have to have 2, which means I also can't have multiple really nice cameras. Like my overhead cam is still an older Logitech C920, because that's what I got. It's not a bad camera, but not the best that I could have. So overall, do I recommend it? Maybe, with the caveat that if you're looking for a Camlink 4K or capture card to go in there, it's just not going to work as expected. If you don't do that, then otherwise it's really good. Reads cards fast, writes fast, everything. Hard drive speeds are great. Power delivery totally fine on it. Those are all good. It's just the Camlink that's a problem for me. That's it. If you liked the video, thumbs up below. If you loved it, subscribe, hit the bell. YouTube will let you know what happened. Other ways to support the channel, become a patron. Patreon.com/CurtisPaquel. I sort of do patron stuff. Patrons get my courses for free, for sure. Totally will do that. Get to that. Other ways you can support the channel are take my courses on Skillshare. You can find the links for that below. Or you can also join me on Fridays, 1 p.m. Pacific, most Fridays, to actually, have a discussion like this and get the questions which I see coming through, which I'm going to answer after. Have a good one. All right, let's look at a couple of the questions. I'm going to save... Maria, I'm going to come back to yours in a bit. That's longer. Dr. Brad Davis, I recently filmed my first ever video and focused on craft. How I use Obsidian now that you're on craft. Brad, I really dove into Obsidian this week, actually. A whole ton. And I'm going to show you that. That's what I'm going to show you after this. Yeah. I've got the CalDigit Thunderbolt dock. It works great, but it's expensive. Marcel, is that the one that... let me bring it up on my... Is that this one, the Element Hub? You have this one, Marcel? This is the one I've looked at that looks like it's going to take dongles. So it doesn't have... Right, here it is. It's got Thunderbolt and USB. So USB 4, that's the big thing. And it's USB, I guess, 3 on the front. But these are daisy chainable USB 4 on the back. That goes to your computer. It takes DC power. I think it will power everything. But it doesn't have Ethernet. So I'd have to use dongles, which I don't want. What I really want is docks and hubs. So the TS USB C Hdmi Dock. This is the one I've looked at before. This is the one I used to want a lot. But it is USB Thunderbolt 3 USB-A. So it still has, I know Chris Lawley has used it and likes it. It's got DisplayPort. It's got USB Gen 2 to your computer, Ethernet. And the stuff on the front is minor, right? Just one power out, SD card. So I don't actually love on the Kensington that I have that your computer connection sticks out. That sucks. So that sucks, but it is what it is. The other thing I've looked at is was it the TS3 Plus? Is that the one? Yeah, I've looked at this too. I wondered about this. Again, Thunderbolt 3. So I'd really love to have Thunderbolt 4 stuff, or USB-C 4 now. Because in theory, USB 4 merges all the standards. But, most of the times that goes with not really merging all the standards. Because it just doesn't. So, yeah. That's it. Yeah, so Brad, I'll start your comment too. Make sure I come back to it after. I got a couple favorited comments, Brad. Back to default. Okay, so now what we're going to talk about is low maintenance research systems. And we're going to play a Peter Aki's video too. I'll play a Peter Aki's video, at least a few minutes of it, where he talks about if you don't do your daily review, your weekly review, then things are just not going to happen well for you because you didn't do it. All right, give it a few seconds of silence so I can clean up audio nicely, and then we'll get back to Peter's video. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about low maintenance research systems because it's the dream that we all want, some system that just kind of chugs along without much input from us, and that's not really true. So I'm going to talk about why. I'm going to highlight Peter Aki's a video he did about task management that talks about the same topic. Before I do that, a couple ways to support the channel. Become a patron, patreon.com/CurtisMcHale to get my courses for free. Take one of my courses, links are all below. You can also join us in Discord, links below, and I usually stream Fridays 1 p.m. Pacific, which is what I'm doing now. So after this video, I will actually answer questions from people in the chat. If you got a research question, stuff like that, ask it there. Probably not going to reply to your emails because I just don't have time to reply to all the emails. But if you jump in the chat, I can do that. Buckle up. Let's talk about low maintenance research systems. So low maintenance research systems, that is the dream of everyone, right? I want to do the work or have this system that just works without me putting a lot of effort into it. Let's hear what Peter has to say about some of these things.
Negative consequence if you don't do something by a very specific time or day, right? And so, all tasks have consequences if you don't do them, right? So if you don't do your weekly review over time, your system is going to start breaking down. Your things 3 is going to be out of alignment with reality, lots of bad things. But nothing bad is going to happen at a specific moment. So a deadline is not the right tool to use here, right? A deadline is something like, if I don't pay the government by a certain day for my tax return, if I don't send them the money, they're going to fine me, something like that, right? There's a very sharp deadline with a consequence. So I'm just going to leave it like this and just say, okay, now what happens? I've got my weekly review project sitting right here, and if I go to the area, you'll see that there's also a weekly review scheduled for a week from today. That's really it. Super easy.
So there, Peter talks about you got to maintain the system. That's really what he's talking about. You got to maintain your system if you want it to happen. So I've talked to some few coaching clients around research who reached out to me. If you're interested in that, you got to figure out how to reach out to me. If enough people do, I will start actually doing coaching. But he says if you don't do your weekend review, your system is just going to turn to something you can't trust because you just will never get to it. It just becomes a system you never do. Actually, this is also why I think a lot of people like switching task managers because they finally get to say no to all the things they were never going to do in the first place. I talked to this about Jeff Perry today, which is going to come up on his Slab of Glass podcast in July. So we recorded it today, though. So if you're not going to do the research, if you're not going to do sorting your notes, you're not going to spend some time really digging into them, making more connections, then you just got a bunch of notes that amount to nothing. There's no such thing as a low maintenance research system. There is a less maintenance. There is a good process that you can have to really understand what's happening, but that's about it. You have to put in the work. If you are not willing to put in the work to kind of groom your system, to make sure that your, and I would say your tasks, but your notes are written well, to continue to learn about how to connect them better, then you're just not going to have what you want. There is no low maintenance system. There are only systems that you're going to have to maintain in some fashion because that's just how it works. If you like the video, thumbs up below. If you loved it, subscribe, hit the bell. YouTube will let you know if something happens. Other ways to support the channel, become a patron, patreon.com/CurtisMcHale. Take one of my courses. Links are all below. Settle custom courses, but you're most likely interested in if you came here. Or you can join us on Discord. Links are below. Or you can join me streaming, usually Fridays, 1 p.m. Pacific. Because right after this, I'm going to answer questions from those that are in the stream. So if you have questions about research systems, jump on in there too. Have a good one. I didn't actually say when this started. Okay, cool. We're going to get to questions now. Ends at about 30 minutes. Where did it? Oh, I didn't write when the Kensington one ended either. Perfect. So that's not, so I just got to search. That's okay. So let's look at some of these questions now. You're building Martin. Okay, I'll come to some of these other ones. Maria, I also... Language learning. So Maria, you asked one a little while ago about language learning. I don't actually have any good resources on that. Sorry? Yeah, sorry, I don't have any good resources on that. I'm not a big language learner. Reading in the brain is... Or did Maria's other one go that I wanted to cover? Reading in the brain is an interest. Is it interesting? It's really science heavy based, Maria. On how your brain actually processes language. So the other one you asked is, I'm currently writing a novel and I'd like to do my research in Obsidian. Do you have any tips for that? So one of the big things with these systems is that you need to continue to connect notes. So let me show you, I'm going to show you craft. It's going to work the same way-ish. Actually, let me show you, courses are probably the best. So this is my Zettelkasten and Skillshare course right here. So how did I set this up? I set this up by, started off as an outline. You can actually see something similar in my other course. Started off like this. This is my Reading Well course that I'm kind of working on, right, I'm currently reading the Reading in the Brain. That's what I'm working on right now. And it just starts off as a very rough outline. And inside this book, I'm actually taking notes. You can see I'm actually taking notes on it, right? Chapter 3, it didn't really have a lot that pertains to what I want to do. Chapter 2 didn't. I don't think Chapter 3 will either. So I'm kind of leaving them, but these are just resources. Now, what else is good is right here, you can see I did the same thing, right? I have a whole bunch of, I went through all of these resources, summarized them all in their individual areas. They linked all back to this note. This actually used to have a really long outline in it, and then I started moving the outline around, and then I wrote the introduction. You can see in here I've actually linked some things in here to the actual resources that they pertain to, right? If I go back to what is Zettelkasten, and I more or less read, right, here's the script right here. Here's the notes that I summarized, kind of pulled the summary in, and then I pulled in the script as well. And wrote kind of the more or less script I wanted to follow. It wasn't perfect. That's kind of how I would organize it. How I would do it. And then if you're doing an Obsidian, you do, again, the same thing. You just do it in Markdown instead. You might use transclusions instead, or links instead of doing the cards that Obsidian has. Okay. Martin, you said you did Workman. Okay, what's Workman? Safari. Workman keyboard layout. Okay, I've never heard of this one. Alternate keyboard layout. Interesting. Here's a question. Is that available on the iPad? Settings. You know what? I actually have a shortcut on my home page. Why am I not using that? To go to my keyboard settings. There we go. Adjust keyboard, hardware keyboard. Oh, I can even show it to you. Ecamm, default, iPad. So I have a shortcut that takes me to this because if I'm using my Moonlander plugged in here, my Moonlander itself is actually outputting Dvorak. So is Workman in here? Doesn't look like it. I don't think I could use it then, because then I would have to learn two different ways of typing. It's interesting though, and if it works for you, I mean, clearly go for it. Clearly go for it if it works for you. Switching to Colmac is agonizing. You know, Forrest, a long time ago I switched to Dvorak. Maybe 10 years now, and it's been fine now. Okay, Brad. I filmed my first ever video and focused on craft. Also use Obsidian more so now that the mobile app is working. I'm interested in hearing how you use Obsidian now that you're in craft. Okay, so I just started using Obsidian this week heavily again, and I started by blanking my database. So I'm just gonna make sure that I've got some So this is what I'm using it for now. I say I've got clients. These are client notes. Clients are tags as, right? Client Uplands, client Harbor Chase, client Provident, client at Bella Groves, client Oaks. And these are for my one-on-one meetings with the employees that I am in charge of. These are apps. These are writing ideas. So yeah, and these are meetings. I suppose this could even be a meeting, right? Stand up could be a meeting, stand up. So what am I using right now? I think I'm going to use this Kanban stuff, right? Setting up Obsidian, my Obsidian templates, Obsidian aliases. What I've used so far is Things 3. There it is, Things 3. This is really all I use, right? Okay, I did that. Follow up with people I'm not going to follow up with. This is really all I've done right here. In Kensington Thunderbolt, we did that. Low maintenance research systems, we did this. Craft Kanban, I'm going to talk about that next stream probably. Talk about the Organized Mind, Aliases in Obsidian, American Dirt by Janine Cummings. So this, I think, will take the place of that in Things 3. Then I have a home list. I don't know why this ended up in my home list. Oh, probably you do. But I think it's done anyways, so it is done. In fact, I know that. Because it wasn't working when I was in my car last night. It's tethered to my phone on my iPad. So, and then just camping stuff. I need to refurbish a tent, probably buy a new tent actually. And what I have liked about this is writing. I can actually come into setting up Obsidian and I can put in tags, writing idea, apps, Obsidian. I can see how do I set up what I'm using now. And this actually references a Matt Birchler video. I can come back in here and I can say my Obsidian templates, meeting note template, daily note template. Because I am using daily notes and I'm even using, what is it? I got to use overhead views. Overhead view. I go back to my default. Too many switches. You can kind of see right there. I've got like an Obsidian today note key to bring me to my today note. Too many switches. So if I hit that, which is not on this screen right now, default Obsidian today. You can see I've done some stuff here. I did a podcast recording with Jeff Perry, which is also aliased out to a slab of glass because that's the podcast. So that's what I'm using it as now. I'm using daily notes. If I go to today again, and I'm kind of keeping a time log. So I did that's what I go in here. I go in 1000, fast recording, didn't do much, like 11:15, ordered pizza for L, my kid, 11:50. Set, pick up, drop off, and I started streaming at 1300. Streaming. It's kind of like a thing. Let me just do this for a second to make sure that you can actually see my other daily notes. Let's grab yesterday's daily note and see. Now you can see that. Cool. So the other thing I'm using it for, which I used to use Agenda for, if I have meetings, I'm actually, linking to them in here. And then if I have a future meeting where I need to take notes on, just go back to my default scene for a second so I can check it. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. You can see that one. So I can come in here and I can for a meeting on the 7th, I can actually put in notes for tactical I need to go. And this actually links out to a daily note where I took notes on LinkedIn Learning and the pricing, making Markentum sites accessible. So what's accessibility from the WCAG 2.1? What's double thing? Question about the build only project. There's a project coming up that I don't have all full details on. Is it on the schedule yet? I need to make sure it's on the schedule. What's the date that client Oaks is done? So we have a client leaving us. What is that done? So I can schedule their offboarding tasks. So, and then, for my one-on-one with my boss, I will say, hey, I'd put notes in here and say, what do I need to cover with him at that time? And I'll just move it forward to that next time we have to talk. That's how I'm using it right now. And I am contemplating bringing it back, doing my own stuff back on there as well. Yeah. Remove from broadcast. So I'm contemplating bringing my stuff back. Was that my favorite comments? Yep. Okay. Well, Brad, the Kensington Thunderbolt dock, it works great, but it's expensive. Marcel, as long as it works, I don't care. I'm at least past the point in my career where I have to like super stress about money every day. So I can buy $600 keyboards and stuff. Martin, I'm building my Zettelkasten in Obsidian. Any suggestions for how to collect, gather permanent notes to be used while creating your project note or manuscript? I guess I kind of covered that when I did the craft thing earlier. That's just kind of what I do in Obsidian as well. It just, you don't have as fancy UI. I suppose, although it is marked down, so it's portable anywhere. You can operate on it anywhere you want. There's a lot of stuff. Martin, I wonder if you're talking about Ginkgo. Martin says, I've seen a tool having multiple desktops where notes could be brought in and arranged without affecting the slipbox/permanent notes. I wonder if it's Ginkgo you're thinking about? So that is, man, I do have to adjust how my Stream Deck works. Wrong screen. Boom. Here we go. Who just did this? Brian Jenks. Ginkgo. It's the right person. I have to go to YouTube. Of course. I'm probably spelling it wrong. This one here, Ginkgo app maybe. It does some of those things. It's a web app, but I don't know that I don't know. I kind of watched it. Clearly you can see how far I watched, not very far. And then I was like, nah, that's not for me. It's not for me. Not for me. Cool. 10 fast fingers, 10 minutes a day is rapidly improving. Yeah, I do 10 fast fingers. I did that for a while or something similar to that. I don't remember what it was now. When I learned Dvorak, my actual goal when I learned Dvorak was I practiced it for a weekend. And I thought, okay, and I'll spend a week typing QWERTY, and then I'll go back to it. And the truth was I couldn't type QWERTY anymore. So I didn't do that. I just stuck with Dvorak. So, yeah, Brad, that Kanban feature is really cool. And since my task management has changed, it's been awesome. I think it's been really good. So Danielle, deck. Oh, it's AKN3. That's what you're talking about, Martin? Right? Yeah, I feel like I tried this. Let's download it right now. So this. We're downloading. Oh, why do I have to go out here? That's silly. Just link directly to the download, dude. Did that download? Nope. Oh, I was just jumping to the tag. Oh, there it is, I guess. Java. All right, let's look at that. Let's take a look at it quick. Oh, I also got to remember to send Jeff Perry the audio files from today. There it is. Too many things over here. Okay, this is interesting. I wonder why it's got the... So I don't have Java installed. Okay, if it's going to ask me to install Java, I'm not going to do it. It says damaged or incomplete. So let's end that. That ends that trying that. Doesn't it? Damaged or incomplete. Gallery. Let's take a look. Nice that it's cross-platform. I'm never going to use that. Just tell you right now. Not going to do it. It's just honestly looks terrible. Not going to do it. So what else have I liked in Obsidian, though? The apps I use don't have to be like amazing, perfect, but they gotta be better than what I just saw there. They can be better than what I just saw there, anyways. That's just not gonna fly for me. Yeah, not gonna fly. Just I don't know what else to say. It's not gonna happen for me. What else was I gonna test out today? I wanted to look at. Okay, so I'm really tempted by Obsidian again. I know I've said a few times in streams that it just isn't gonna, like the cost of switching back is so high you probably don't realize how high it is and how much work it takes. But listen to what Federico Vitici said on a recent Connected podcast where it talks about like a chainsaw from 8 miles away or something. I think that's the title. And looking at how I'm getting to use it right now in many ways, like that is, I like it. It's interesting. And I like the idea of here, if I bring up, I can close up my daily notes. If I bring in my writing Kanban board, being able to go in here and say like, here's my issues with craft. Oh, let's kill that. I just don't want to really do that. Issues with craft. Can't customize keyboard shortcuts, right? So I can actually come in here and say in so this is nice, I think, to be able to put these in here. Yeah. It's nice to be able to put these in here like that and have my, like, and I can look on the notes and I can link them to other things, right? And when I am done here, I can do back. Oh, I guess it doesn't go back to the Kanban board. So I can come back to my writing one. And I can say it's scheduled when I put a time into it, right? And I can drop it over to my scheduled. I like that. And I like having all my writing would be in there then. So that's super interesting. And then in theory, I'd bring in like all of this stuff here, right? So I could set up a Kanban board for the reading while project and have each note, like each, what would become a summary, like have a different status in there and I can move it across as I need to. Kind of in one app. I know I've said, hey, like, why is everything one app? But I think at least with content, it makes sense there. I feel like it makes sense there. Maybe I'm just stretching because I want to use it. Yeah, so that's interesting. So just looking up forest. Oh, I can't see because I've got my screen over top. And go forest. If people are interested in something like Rome integrated with Obsidian, see Santi Younger's YouTube video on logsec and Obsidian from today. Let's look at that then. Let's take a look at that. So YouTube, you say log sec Obsidian, Santi Younger. So that's this one right here. I guess Room C search best free alternative logsec. Is that from today? That's from 3 months ago, 5 hours ago. Obsidian and logsec, why use both? Well, we'll save this for later. Add to watch later, along with, you know, a bajillion other videos I have. Default. What else we got here? Remove. Oh, I'm on eCam and it keeps switching away from eCam. In the Obsidian Pro column, Brad, Mobile app works seamlessly with iCloud. You don't need Obsidian Sync. You don't. You're right. I don't know what to say, I guess. You're right. I think I am syncing my iPad with iCloud right now, but I'd have to double check that. Obsidian Sync, Anthony, does provide E2E, so end-to-end encryption, but iCloud works fine. Flowtelic Forest. Flowtelic does what you were describing. Let's see what Flowtelic is. Create content with passion. With passion. Okay, that reminds me of Federico Vitici talking about his passion in his picks. What does it do? Is this the right thing? Flowtelic nudges you to mark the status of your notes, kind of like what you're doing here. Okay, this is a blog. Should I be finding something else? Oh, app. Okay. Is it actually loading an app for me? What is this? Okay, honestly, man, thanks for letting me know, but I don't think I'm gonna use this. Like, where's the description on this at all? They just loaded an app, I guess. Not gonna be looking at that. Check out Templater in Obsidian. It's wildly powerful when used in Obsidian's default template capability and data view. So, Anthony, I do have Templater in here. That's kind of on my thoughts for today for streaming that I should take a look at it. So if you looked at my daily note for the day, it says breadcrumb trail, which does nothing. I had hoped, at least when I hit Command E, that it would link to the day before and day after, I guess. I don't know why, because I never actually do that, but like I always pull up the calendar view, but it just doesn't do anything. So I was going to look at Templater for stuff like this and change up my daily note template. I also want to do it says breadcrumb trail. Breadcrumb trail, there you go. I also want to come up with like a meeting. I don't know. Do I need a meeting notes one? Probably use a template for new content. That would be useful for me. Yeah, that'd be useful for me for sure. So let's look at Templater. I'll show the questions. Yeah, let's look at Templater more. We've got it here. Templater. Template folder location. So this is one thing I don't love. Like, this has covered the screen, so I can't drag it off. It'll like squint in here, and it's called templates. Capital T. Templates. Check the documentation. Safari will open that in. Getting started. The above. There's no link, Anthony. If you put it in, at least I don't see one. I don't know that you really want me to. I do have some data view videos kicking around to like really look at. So maybe, I don't know if you can share links or not. Maybe you can't. My video is a bit blurry for you. I don't know what to say. I'm not doing anything. Pretty sure my settings are 4K. They were before. Sorry? That's all I can say, Mina. I'm sorry. If other people are saying blurry video, sorry too. I can't do any adjustment right now. I don't think from here. Like I can't. Nope. It says it's you can't see this because it's in demo, but it says use high quality video, no lag, yada yada yada, and I'm on a gigabit connection, 20 at 4K. I don't know what to say. Sorry, Mina. And other people are saying it's perfectly fine. No, Anthony, I don't see any link from you. I don't know why. I wonder if I can. Oh, I just put it up. That's not what I wanted. I can ban you, but I don't want to do that. Send me the link. You're in Discord, I think, right, Anthony? Yeah. Drop it in Discord, and I'll drop it in the chat, because I know I can post links. Maybe that's that might be just a YouTube setting that I don't have. I'm just opening up Discord now. But yeah, you can drop it in there, and I will take a look at it. Templater plugin. Okay, let's look at it right now. Visit the forum. Man, Discord is taking a while to start up on me though. Log in. Unlock. There you go. What? I just go to Discord. Jumped over to the other side. That's not what it's like. Did I just sign into Discord with web by accident? Oh, there's even notifications for me. So Discord's in my way now. Let's kill that. You said search templater plugin 1.5 and there syntax examples. I think I found it. In Discord too? Did you drop it in Discord? Boom. Let's look at my Discord. And sometimes Discord is like super fast, sometimes it's super, super slow. He did not yet, but I have it, I think. Some more examples. Cool. No blur. That is good for you. I'm sorry, Mina. That's all I can say, sorry. I've got some sort of notifications here, which I'll look at later. Okay, so templater. What I want to do, I want to go in and make that breadcrumb trail into actually something. Into like the day before and the day after. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm scrolling sideways. I thought it would scroll sideways in here, but it's not. It looks like that right there. Yeah, so that's what I want. So what I really want is this. It's all escaped. Copy. Okay, that's what I really want right there. So if I was to go to today's daily note, just copy it out. So I have all my text. Delete. That didn't work. I must be missing something. what I want. I think. Okay. Let's go back to this. Okay, let's just make sure. Restart the Obsidian app. Okay, done. What's my clipboard from that? Is templater on the... I feel like I'm just missing something. Community plugins. Templater is on. Oh, I wonder if that was the issue to start. So right there it says that it needs to listen for new files. So it wouldn't do the daily note one. Okay. Let's go to today's daily note. Let's copy it out again. Delete the note. Still, oh, there we go. All right, well that works. Except that I don't actually want, I don't care about the quote. Or the title. Don't want those two things. I don't care about that. Let's just paste in my old note and clean it up. So I wonder if I was going to create a new writing note, if I could hop in and have a quick template. I can have a custom template. So if I had a new writing note, what I really want is, let's just open a writing note here. Like a tags thing at the top. Maybe, now this is YAML, but some sort of like YouTube with like my checklist underneath it. Thumbnail. I say YAML because I don't want it parsed later. Description. I want kind of that YAML block, pre-populated YAML to come out. with like all of the stuff that I would need to do for a post to publish it. That's really what I want. So it'll be more of like a text replacement in some ways too. If you use this and you have other ideas, let me know. Insert template. Okay. So what you're saying, like, go in here, templates. I could say so it'd be content template. Tags, and then I could say YouTube thumbnail. So then if I am creating a new come in here, create a new note from card, go insert template, content template. Okay, that's cool, because then I'd be doing, I have to go back in and tag app Obsidian. That's neat. No, Forrest, that was super helpful. I didn't try that. I didn't really think about the command palette for a moment. That's super helpful. Thank you. Hey, thanks for coming again, Anthony. You may be already gone. My oldest daughter is just big enough to pick up her sister from school, so I don't, although they'll be home in a few minutes to say hi to me. And my younger daughter will yell at me for making her sister pick her up. That's what'll happen here. Yeah, you can join the Discord if you want. There are links below most of my YouTube videos. I can probably get you a link quick if you really want to join. Now, invite people. You always got to go in and like make sure you edit the invite link and expire after, never, generate a new link, and copy. So now I can come in here, hide that, So you want to join Discord, you can do that there. That was super helpful, Forrest. I like that. Now, I don't love, I know this is not a thing that you can do anything about, like, this is not a... I can't check them off. Invalid YAML. Well, of course, that's invalid. So, like, I'd have to do this, I guess? If I really, I know this is... Right now, we should have valid YAML. Yeah. So then I could also, like, check things off in here. Right? This is just a published checklist. There's things I need to do when it's time to publish. Cool, so then I go back over to my content template, and I actually need to pull this out. Not $sign. There we go. So now if I come back and go into issues with craft, I could say Command P, template, insert template, content template. Part of this is going to look funny because I already had a YAML at the beginning, but now we go. There we go. And then I could say, I could come up with a post title here, post title for the end. And then if I go into K writing, now I can actually like move it along. So I don't need to keep track of like I did in things. Like writing and stuff, I don't need to keep track of that because when I've scheduled it, it gets over to scheduled. When it's writing, I write it. When it's ready to record, it goes to recording. And when it's ready to publish, I put it over in publish. Yeah, that's cool. And then because of dates, I'd also have, like, I have to manually order these, right, to make sure that they're in the right order. I need to be working on them. So the big thing is, and not a big thing, another thing I have to look at is how, and then I actually drop draft, actually. I drop drafts now, and I'd only write in Obsidian. That's interesting. Again, thanks very much, Forrest, for the tip there on how to activate those. So templater looks cool, and then I could come up with one meeting notes. I could come up with one for lots of other things. I totally admit that I am getting more tempted to, I can even do it in tasks. So what I've got in drafts right now, as it opens is, what is it under, like Command 7? Yeah, there you go. Skate. So because Things 3 is a different app on iPad and on iPhone, it doesn't, like, shortcuts need to be done twice for 2 different shortcuts. So unless you use the Things parser, which is what I have right here. So when I'm going to take my daughter skating, I like have this list with sub lists of things I need, right? I need a trailer, I need the trailer hitch, I need the bike, shoes, lights, Arwen's helmet, and Lorelai's helmet, Curtis's helmet. That's me. Eden is skating, so I need mask, gloves, skates, snack for her. Or when I go skiing. So I could literally, with Command P, with a command palette, create a task in, like, home today, right? Do ski. And then I can actually just go into this. I can probably steal all of that and put it in new note, ski list, drop that all in, even though it's indented improperly now, that's fine. Can I do that? Perfect. And then can I make these a task? Task. Nope. I wonder if you can multi-select. Right now the easiest way is probably to do this. The only time I didn't make this list last year was for the final day of skiing. So like, I've made a mistake all year, and I forgot the kids' ski boots. Okay, so then if I'm in here and I go to ski, can I select this keyboard selectable in here? No. New note from card, and I can say Command P. Insert template is actually Option E, so that's even faster. Option E, what? Option E, insert template. Okay. That doesn't work. Option E, that doesn't work either. Hidden option, I promise. Okay, so let's just go Command P, template, ski list. Not bad. I can go through the ski list. Could I use Keyboard Maestro to help? I could use Keyboard Maestro Forest to help with some of this stuff, probably. So I used to use Keyboard Maestro. I don't even know what version. It's been a few years, though. I just found it fiddly. That's it. Just found it fiddly. So right here, I could go through and check them off, right? Check off all these masks, all these things. I got the masks. I've checked the ski helmet bin, checked the skis, you know, all those things. I'm not going to actually do it. Kill it. Done. That's totally useful. That would be totally useful too. Well, I sometimes lose track of what I'm doing, so. Thank you, Forrest. I was just trying to see if I could replicate some of my drafts stuff and drop drafts. Not that drafts is bad. Not that, you know, say OmniFocus, any of these apps are bad that I'm not using, just that I might just be able to handle it here. Although I do question slightly the thought of coming in here and having a like managing all my tasks in one spot, along with my research notes, stuff like that. I did a video on it a while ago, but like, why do we always look for one true app? Why don't we find the best notes app, the best tasks app? Why do we not do that? And then I'd also, that's the other thing, I need to make sure that, see, ski right here should be up into tasks, because it's not really, I don't need it anywhere else. And ultimately, I can actually even go delete card. I actually want to delete the note and the card at the same time, because I just don't need them anymore. Like, once I've done the list, I can just delete it, right? Delete file, home, delete card. Is there anything in this tasks anymore? Nope. There's no more ski. That's a single. So technically it would be ski and date. So I wonder if I can do a... That's not what I wanted. Back to templater. Variables. Date module. Okay, that's really hard. Oh, I never actually checked to see if... Okay, it does, good. Link to my daily note version. Go back to home. I wonder now if I can... You're welcome, Forrest. And this isn't necessarily the work that makes me money either, so... I wonder if I can... come in here. I want to be able to do like a card, do ski, but then have like it fill in the date there quickly for me. All right, I know I can come in here and I can say add date, today, great. If I do new note from card, I've got the ski with the date. I wonder in the Kanban, thing. Note template. Note, perfect. Boards tasks, that's what I want. I want like okay. Delete file. Yes, Forrest, you can totally do that. You're still procrastinating, Forrest. You said you were going to stop procrastinating. We're still doing it. So I type ski to date. That's good. But if I do to date still leaves that date thing at the beginning, and what it really is looking for is this syntax. Does that link into my daily note then too? No, it does not. You can absolutely do those things though, Forrest. With OmniFocus templates and task paper. It just supports task paper format. You can just copy and paste it right in. I do know this. There you go. Link dates to daily notes. That's good. Let's take that out because it says at will do it now. So at perfect. So now how do we open splits again? It's been a while since I've done some of these things. Split vertically. Let's use my whole screen because I've got a big one. So I want to go over here to perfect today. I want to come in here and say ski should link to the today, right? Yep, perfect. No, I thought it did for a second. 2021 05 28. Okay, at least coming in. One for task, one for research. Yeah, I could do that. I think that switching vaults just takes longer than I want to spend. It takes longer than I want to spend. So, oh, there it is. When I clicked back in, it refreshed and shows me this. Could do that. So now switching vaults isn't too bad. Can you switch? How fast can you switch vaults here? Open quick switcher. Oh, that's not what I want. So then I have to come in here every time and switch vaults, right? Where do you do that again? Account. That's not what I want. Vaults right there. So I can open different vaults. But there's my kids coming home. Open another vault. Okay, so there is a way there. That's good. What about on my iPad though?
Hey, Dad.
Hey kiddos.
FBI, open up!
FBI.
Open up.
You're a funny kid.
What is the
Oh, look, I
FBI?
still got this old comment hanging around below my...
I did karaoke today.
You did karaoke today?
I got my karaoke. We did karaoke in the afternoon.
Cool.
Yep. Dad, do we need to go right away?
No, we don't. You know, I am trying to record. Whistling is not super helpful.
Dad, can I have screen time?
Can you have screen time? These are the questions I get as soon as I get home. Can you have screen time? Have a snack first.
From my lunch kit, and I'll give Eden some of my pizza. No.
That's very nice. I know you don't want it, but that's nice.
No. Have some when I get ready.
Can you have what?
Some screen time when I get ready.
Get all your skating stuff in your bag, all your clothes together first.
Okay, and
Then have a snack. Have a healthy snack.
Raisins and chocolate chips.
Raisins and chocolate chips, maybe some vegetables, and then you can have some screen time. Okay? Can you help Lorelai with the snack too, please?
No. Eden, do you want to see?
Of course they say no. What was I going to look at? Is there a way to do the quick command palette here? Command P. Oh, there it is. Okay. So vault. Yeah, I just don't know how to open another vault all the time, Forrest. And then how do you open the command palette? I gotta reach forward now and pretend I only have touch. How do you open the command palette with only touch? Graph view, command palette. So what I'm saying is to come in here, hit this, and then open the command palette. And is there a way to get straight? Oh, you can just pull down and get this straight to the command palette. And so then I would type in vault. Maybe. See, but I think if I pull down, nope. Nope. I'm trying to slide side to side. Blur is suddenly gone. That's good, Mina. Is there a way to open up like this dialog where I'm searching for files? Because that's something I'm probably gonna do far more via touch, at least via on my phone. No way to stream the phone right now into everything, so you're not gonna get that today. But then I could go K home, right? And get to my Kanban tasker home. This is actually done. So let's just drag it over there because it's done. I wonder, do you have themes here too? Appearance, dark light, good. Theme. Community themes. Atom. Okay, this is actually my favorite theme. Done. 80s is my favorite theme, by far, no questions asked. Okay, I'm gonna put this back out of my way. I'm getting them 7 minutes after. Sorry, Forrest. Nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. So what am I thinking about Obsidian? Okay, the Obsidian iPad app. That's the other thing I want to maybe talk about. It's really good. It's just really good. Issues of craft that actually goes into writing. I wish you could. So from this view on iPad, I wish, like, I'm trying to drag and drop and I can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. So I got to come in here and then we can say Command P, move file to another folder, writing. That's nice. So that's better. Using templater, so I'd come in here again and do move. So I can't even see what I'm highlighting though, right? File, now there's only one option I can do it, writing. Okay, so here's a question. Can I do that in the default theme? 80s neon, none. P, let's just say, nope. So I guess you'd have to do that. So if I wanted to go into keyboard commands though, hotkeys, go move, file to another folder, here, and let's say Command Option M. Perfect. It's kind of themed as there's some synth background music. Andrex, yeah, well, maybe I could. I don't want to get copyright strikes, so I was playing some music at one point, and it got mildly problematic to do that. So I probably need to get an app called Loopback, or upgrade my streaming setup entirely, with like many hundreds of dollars of stuff, thousands of dollars of stuff. And then I could do that. What I have done, I love the 80s theme. Let's check since I'm back over on my Mac now. Does it do Command Option M? Let's close over here. Okay, so Obsidian's closed on my iPad. Doesn't work. So your settings don't sync back and forth, right? Move file to another folder. Let's do it again. There we go. Command Option M. So what I had done is go to Epidemic Sound, because I have subscription here. Log in. Chill hop. I'd done this before. So the thing I thought was happening before though is if I switch back over to my, so you don't get it now though. This is why I need Loopback. So if I go back to screen share, you're getting system audio again. But it feels like it's pausing in my ears. So I'm not gonna do that. That's just too annoying. That is too annoying to me. Where did that minimized window go? Done. Yes, I could have them. Forest 7 minutes ago. Forest from 7 minutes ago says that I can have multiple vaults open on desktop, and I know this. I could, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can either on iOS. So, yeah. I think I've done most of it. The things that I want. Although I really do need to look into Templater more. So the way to do this is, since I already did a where was I? An Obsidian. Writing using Templater. There we go. So the things to look up are that and that. And if I'm going to do this, I actually need to say HT Anthony Baker. Anthony, if you come up with this later, let me know what I'd link to say thank you to you for that Obsidian forum thing. So thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's what I need to do. Once we got about 10 minutes left, so. Groovebox. Okay, I looked that up now. I'm gonna get like a copyright strike from this. This is like solarized. Is there a Groovebox theme? Is that what you're? Let me see. Appearance. Browse. This is way faster on iOS. Like you saw how fast it came up, and I had not opened up. Oh, there it is, Groupbox. Use. Groupbox is life. Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll try this for a while. Thanks, Forrest. Yeah, so I haven't really seen a lot of where I'm at in Obsidian. What are the other plugins I have installed right now? Community plugins. I've got calendar. You saw that, right? With the right calendar view right here. I didn't see a way to open a weekly note, reveal active note, close all our panes. That's not what I want. To like hop and open up the calendar view right here. Ooh, I thought there was one in the calendar settings. Show week number, words per dot. That's not what I wanted. Hotkeys. Calendar open view. Right? So Command Control Option D. So as I understand it, it should open this right here. Give me the calendar view. Doesn't seem to do that as I try to press it. So I don't know. That's it. That's all I got for it. Don't know. This totally seems like useful. So I can fold the publish checklist to start. Oh, there's no other headings. So then I'd say resources to start. These are just things I need to research still. Fold that. So I don't need the publish checklist until I'm publishing, right? And then I could go to writing, kill you off. And this I don't need. Then I have my nice big Kanban board. You know, realistically, I could also, I actually thought about this for my house a few times, having like a big Kanban board open somewhere for people to like enter stuff in for like home chores. Stuff that needs to get done. I wonder if you can do repeating tasks in here. There we go. I could see in the stream that you could see this, but I couldn't see it. Kanban. Otterforce Gaming. You're welcome. You're welcome. I always tell my daughter, my 10-year-old specifically, because she's, you know, I'm more into thinking about these types of things that, like I try to impress upon her, like how to read a book is important, how to take good notes is important. I care less about how she does in school, more about how she learns to do stuff. Does that make sense? I think I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. So the other plugin that I also saw was Task. There's two. Slated. What's this? So this does repeating tasks. It defers tasks to another daily note. Yeah, I don't know if that's perfect for me. Also, welcome, Otterforce. Completed task display. Nope. What does this do? Track tasks across your entire vault, query them, and mark them as done wherever you want. Supports due dates, recurring tasks, done dates, subset of checklists, and filtering. Those all look interesting. So let's come in here, go back to note from card. So I do this template. That's command or option E. I did right. Oh, that's right. It doesn't work. Template, content template, publish checklist. So this would be again. Gotta spell it right. Obsidian publish checklist. Resources. This is my ideas, I suppose. So what about overseas? So one thing I just realized is that this, by virtue of being in the Kanban, will also be in tasks. Where I really wanted it in the writing. Yep, right there. But since I created a keyboard command for that, it's pretty easy to do it. And I also need to come back into my content template and put in, probably not even resources. Outline, and I wonder if I pre-fold that, does that mean that it will be pre-folded when I come in? That's another good one. Test, content, enter. I wish there's better keyboard navigation. New note from card. Template, insert template, content template, not pre-folded. But that's okay. I can deal with that one. And let's say p delete, current file, close the split, delete card. All right. Yeah, I don't bold them. I'm not bolding much right now, so. If you want to be possibly discouraged about the public school angle, don't read Otter Force, The Case Against Education. I forget who it's by. Because what it says is basically after grade 9, maybe grade 10, it's all about signaling. Showing that, yes, I will conform to what society wants. So I will be a good employee and conform to what you want, employer. That's basically what it says. And you use nothing else. You use nothing after like grade 9 or 10. You're much better to go into like a trade style school where you actually learn real stuff, and that it advantages only the rich who can afford to spend more money and get farther, like spend more money in this terms of so that they can signal longer that they are better because they will spend more money on it. That's kind of it. It's more than a little discouraging. When you think about education, having spent lots on education myself. So, but I think I'm really going to wrap up there for now. And I don't think that there's a stream next Friday. Let me look at my calendar without you joining me, because you don't need to join me. There is no stream next Friday, likely. I might have a little short one at 1 o'clock, but I have a meeting at 2 o'clock for research coaching and a meeting at 3 o'clock for the book club. If you want to join the book club, you can find that on Discord. There is a link earlier in the chat for that. Yeah, there's a link earlier in the chat for that. That's really it. I'm out. I think I still have some questions about Obsidian and what I can do with it, but even since I kind of dropped out of Obsidian, not even all that long ago, but a little while ago, it has come a long way. And it is pretty cool. So, on that note, I am going to roll. Got to get a kid to skating in a bit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. There'll be a bunch of links in the YouTube videos, possibly in the stream, but maybe not. Have a great day. You too, Gail. You also have a great weekend.